Hey, thank you for taking the time to join Peet and Reet here on the Friday wrap. And it's the second wrap of the year.
It is.
A little different than the first wrap of the year.
Yeah, kind of plain.
I've taken a few of my Christmas decorations down.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way it looks. and you see here, it looks a little drab.
Yeah,
it's a great set. Studio J1 is the best, but
yeah.
I mean, February 14th is coming, Valentine's Day, so maybe we'll hang a few hearts.
I think I'm going to leave my trees up till Valentine's Day. Because I hate when I take it down. It looks so boring.
You should have done it here, too.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Well, we promised last week that we'd talk to somebody
did.
by the name of Grace, who doesn't want to give her last name, who's doing an amazing thing here in Ontario.
You know what? She started out just doing something online, and now it's taken off, and good for her. Welcome, Grace.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be here. I love you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Grace is from Northern Ontario, where they're getting lots of snow, and she loves it. And down here right now in Niagara, we're getting rain, and we have, like, not even a trace of snow. But, yeah. I think I like the rain better, but she loves the snow. It's just bad to drive in, right, Grace?
It's horrible to drive in, but it's great for sledding.
Now, we talked about what you're going to do, and you're going to, on the 13th, Friday the 13th, okay? Yeah. Which is today, actually, we're going to shut our lights off this evening.
Yep.
Between 6 and 7.
From 6 to 7, yep.
And that is prime time when they charge the most for power, correct?
That's right. And on top of, the way I figured it is that it doesn't hurt that much to turn it off for that hour. It's right after work. It's right after dinner for a lot of people. You turn that hour of power off at 6 o'clock, and when you do turn it back on, you're into the low peak. So it's kind of a jump start on the weekend, kind of an Earth Hour thing.
Well, we are so proud of you because, most people in Canada, in Ontario, I call it...
They do nothing.
We've changed from the beaver to the ostrich. We put our heads down and say, there's nothing you can do. The prices are going up. There's nothing you can do about the carbon tax. We can't say anything. We see, Reed and I have said all along since we started the show, we can and are in control of what our governments do and do to us and get away with.
Well, that's why we went out and picketed with WIN and the hydro and all that. And you're doing the same thing, only from your home. And I think it's a fantastic idea.
Now,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. What ticked you off enough, Grace, to get you to do this? Because it's an undertaking.
I think the final straw was that I had called Hydro One for to change my due date, and they said it couldn't happen. We can't do that. Well, the fact that they could not change my due date meant that I was constantly in arrears because I would just be paying one bill and another bill would be coming in, and I didn't have the money to pay it at the time, so I would have to wait again, and then I'm in arrears, so now they've charged me that on top of it. For me, that was the final straw, because you're already picking my pocket. In 1967, Pierre Elliott Trudeau says that there's no place for the state in the bedrooms of Ontarians, of Canadians, and right now, 50 years later, they have their hands in Ontarians' pockets, in their wallets, in their bank accounts.
I think they've got the vacuum cleaners are wide open and they're sucking us dry, and they're just going to continue to do it. And again, people are bowing their heads. And in your case, you've decided no, this is
not to.
Yeah, and we've looked at your website, and the naysayers, I'm going to say they nauseate me. Okay, there's always an excuse. We can't do it because of this. We can't make change, and if we do it,
it won't matter.
Yeah, and when we were told to save, we saved, but that didn't matter because then the price went up anyways.
Apathy is the cancer of progression. So I think that's what everybody wants. Not everybody wants. I think a lot of people want us to just give up. And, there's people who are tired and they will give up, but they're tired because it's cold and they're paying too much and they're out working like dogs, and then they come back and they have to come back to a cold house and dim the lights. And so, you know what? It's just a matter of it's more like a vote. I was told that there's 39% of people had voted in the Liberal government, and that ended up being the majority. And they said, well, it wasn't the majority of Ontarians, but it was the majority of the voters. in this way, it's another vote saying, hey, you guys, you're not listening to us. How about we get you where it hurts? We'll just get you in your wallet instead of you picking ours.
I love
For
it.
me, when I... Sorry?
I love it.
Thank you. For me, when I started out, I really thought I would be the only one. I was surprised that it blew up the way that it did. But with every pro, as far as I'm concerned, this is a pro, there's going to be cons. There's going to be naysayers. And I think that there are people out there who are just afraid or lazy or apathetic, who just really believe that they don't have power anymore. It's amazing that they didn't live in the 60s, because we'd all be sitting in.
You know, it's funny because I think a lot of people right now, it hasn't really affected them. It's affected you, and obviously you got ticked off about it. But I think there's people there that don't understand that this is just a progression.
It's the beginning.
Of what prices are going to be.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you don't do this and expect things to change. No, it's going to take a lot of straws, a lot of ideas to hold any water. That's what we need.
Now, Rita came up with an amazing idea last week, and I think it's fantastic. Because here's how you make it easy, right? You're going to go down, you're going to pull that power switch, but before you do that at 6 o'clock, you're going to cook a nice romantic meal, put on the candles, and enjoy that hour with the
Without
special
the
one you love.
distractions.
Yeah.
Without the distractions.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was just mentioning that to one of the people who were following me. It's like, I'd like to see what the birth rate's going to be like 9 months from now.
I was just going to say that. I wonder what it'll be.
And you know what? What a better way to spend a romantic night.
Yeah.
And Friday the 13th, apropos, don't you think?
I think it is.
Now, Grace, what do you say to the people that are saying that, well, if we all shut our power off and it may not go back on and we're all going to freeze to death because there's going to be a big power surge, what do you say to them?
I'm saying then you better look at your municipalities and see what's happening there, because if you're paying enough for it now already, maybe it's time they send their workers out to actually fix the grid. Because as far as I can see, I live in a town where they haven't done anything. We experience power outages all the time. And yet we're paying for these lines and all these things, and I haven't seen one hydro worker where I live.
Well, the secret is when you shut down the power, they have computer systems and fail safes to make sure that when it goes right back on, it comes up and it's not going to be a problem, and nobody's going to freeze.
And it will go on.
Yeah,
Just like 2000. Just like 2000, everybody thought everything was going to go down, but it's going to come back on. And that's what I was saying. The problem isn't the power grid. The problem is your municipality with that power grid. They're not calling the people in to do what it is. So if they're afraid of that, then they're afraid of that. Because if you don't do anything, nothing gets done.
Well, thanks, Grace. We
thank you.
appreciate you coming on the show, and
I want more time.
We can't. We've got to save power here.
That's okay. That's a very good idea. I hope everybody turns around on Friday the 13th from 6 to 7 to flick that switch.
And listen, how can they get more information in the few hours they have before we're going to be powering down here?
Actually, Facebook. You go to Facebook and you go to Hydro One, Enough is Enough. And you can get a lot of information there. So far, we're just there's one fella on there who's actually taking stock of how many times it's been seen. And although we understand that you see things, but it doesn't necessarily mean people are going to join, I'm waiting for after. I'm waiting to see how many people actually do it, because a lot of people talk, but then they chicken out.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, thanks so much, Grace.
Kudos, Grace. We are.
Thank you very much.
You're a great Ontarian.
Yes.
I love you guys so much. You have a great day.
All right. You too.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
So now this was cooked up with some great Ontario hydro electricity, okay, and we haven't
This
stopped.
one too. I know, right?
Did you gain any weight over the holidays?
Yeah, a little bit. My pants are a little tighter, you know.
I put on my dress pants yesterday, and I was astounded at I thought I had somebody else's pants on, but I'm gonna.
But we're still doing it.
Well, just today, right? You know what? We should take a break
I think we should.
and eat some more cookies.
Okay, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
We'll talk more
Sounds good.
about new trends and stuff
All
out
right,
there.
I'm looking forward to it right here in the Friday Wrap with Peet Reet and a mouthful. And we're back on the Friday Wrap.
Do you have chocolate in my tea?
Yeah, you do. And I'm sure I do too. Listen, you know what? We got to do this right. Can we cut 50% of the power on our lights right now?
Yep.
I think we should.
We do a little,
Yeah. We're joining in. We're getting this started early.
exactly.
50%.
We're trending, you
We-
know?
There we go,
We're,
50%.
we're following the trends
Yeah.
and doing what we're supposed to do.
I think by the end of this, we'll just be silhouettes.
50%.
Listen, all of our viewers, please, those that live in Ontario, I wish that all our viewers around the world could help, but you can. Just
Yeah.
pray that this is going to happen. Please, for that 1 hour, just go pull the switch.
Yeah, it's
And,
happening soon, so please.
It's easy and at home.
Please.
What else
yeah.
is trending right
Well,
now?
trending out there, the new iPhone. They have a new iPhone out. iPhone's 10 years old this week.
Wow, it's old.
Yeah, 10. Well, it's called the theater phone, and it's a theater mode phone, which actually takes it and dims the viewing thing and silences everything. So when you're in the theater, you can still text people and stuff. And I'm thinking, how rude.
You know what? Even if it doesn't ring and you can't hear it, and you can't hear people talking, that light.
It's annoying.
And then what do?
Yeah, you stare. Oh, I wonder what they're typing about. And all I hear is click, 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 click. It's just annoying. Trending out there too. Carolina Reefer.
And we're not
Pepper challenge.
We're not talking about.
No. This is pepper, the
Okay.
hottest pepper
Not
in the world.
Not something you smoke.
Lisa Swartz and her friend, apparently, you can go on Twitter and see it, sat and ate one of these peppers each, and you watch them. It's incredible to watch
I
because
saw
all they
it.
do is scream. Like, they look like they're in agony, and at one point her mother comes out of the bedroom like, this is enough, this is ridiculous. She's so angry. Oh my gosh, but that's trending, so you might want to check that out there. And trending this week
funny.
was, well, the Golden Globes. We got to talk about that.
Was it trending?
Well, they said it was up a little bit from last year.
I am so sick of Hollywood awards, music awards, and I'll tell you why I'm sick of it. I am sick of people getting up there and grandstanding for the benefit of their political beliefs and agendas.
Yeah, it's not the place. This is entertainment. That's politics. The two should not meet.
But see, they think they have the right to stand up, and they're going to, because of who they are,
The political forum,
they're
they
gonna
can do it.
Change the world and change the country. It didn't work during the election. Did anybody
Right.
get that? It didn't work.
Well,
Now-
Meryl Streep standing up there, and she got the Cecil B. DeMille Award for achievement. She didn't talk about that at all.
No.
Not at all. Thanks for the award. Okay, and here, here's my political problems out there.
And she basically said that Trump was ruining the media, and we're going to need them going forward because we need to get the truth. What? The truth?
The truth.
Have we been getting the truth?
Ever.
The left-wing media, it's about ratings, folks. It's not about giving you the truth. It's who's got the best numbers in the end.
And she said that Trump is using his position to bully, and he is disrespectful, and that invites more disrespect. For what she's doing, he's going to be the president. Is that not disrespectful?
You're-
Trashing the president?
You're not healing the wound. And let's be honest, okay? He didn't decide to bomb 7 countries where innocent people and children and mothers and fathers are being killed in 7 countries right now around the world that are being bombed.
Yeah.
The implication there is so wrong. And Barbara Streisand, she stood up now and is supported.
Oh,
her.
there's going to be lots that come out of the woodwork. And you know what? You can have your political opinions, but don't air them on an awards show.
No,
If you
we're sick
really
of it.
want to get involved in politics, then go run for something.
Yeah, do it. And show them how it should be done.
Yeah.
But you can't, right? Anyways, what do you think of Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy, I wasn't that impressed, actually. I thought it was
Right
kind
off
of...
the top?
Yeah, drab. I mean, the teleprompter went down, and he looked like a deer caught in the headlights. He looked afraid.
Does that show you how prepared the Tonight Show really is?
It does. It really does. And I love Jimmy. I
Yeah.
think he's great.
That's in his element. It's just like when you get Ellen out of her element, she's not comfortable either. They're happy with, it's like us.
What they
if
do.
we do anything but the Peet and Reet show, except when you're singing.
We could do everything great. Trust me.
So
I
go through
wish.
some of the major awards at the Golden Globes.
Well, there was La La Land, of course, won lots of awards. Moonlight won Atlanta and The Crown. Those were the top ones. I mean, other than that, who really cares? And I love seeing the dresses. Really, that's why I watch. I just want to see what the people are wearing.
Was it a fashion letdown this year, or was it...
There was a couple that I liked. There was a couple that were horrendous that I just thought, wow, who is your stylist? So I don't know.
I think, if we didn't have this show, I wouldn't watch.
You wouldn't yeah.
I wouldn't
yeah,
watch.
No.
I wouldn't, because
Well-
we need to know what's going on, right? And you need to be able to talk about it. But
It didn't have the glitz of the Academy Awards. You know how they have all the pomp and circumstance and all the films and everything? It didn't have any glitz. Not for me, anyway.
did you have a look at people's faces in the audience when Meryl was talking?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were clapping at the end, but they were like...
Some were like, oh, wow, I don't know if I should be clapping, if I'm gonna get caught on camera and then
Yeah.
people be like, what?
And I gotta look
Are
like I'm
you
following the trend,
supporting?
but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's let this president do his job. Let's all just mend this, because that just keeps opening the wound. It's got to stop.
The conservatives said it's elitism at its best and smugness at its best.
There you go. There you go. Anything else we got going on in the world of Peet and Reet?
You know what? There's wine and cheese.
Oh, tell me about wine and cheese.
Well, everybody loves wine and cheese, but would you like your shot in a wine glass made of cheese or a shot glass made of cheese?
Okay. Not really, but when I think about the spermidine content, okay, and you know how good spermidine is.
I know.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the wrap before, we actually were in Toronto and found out that spermidine is incredible at making your body healthy.
Exactly.
And cheese is loaded with spermidine. But no,
With a shot in it? No, it just grosses me out. I don't want to do it.
No.
Not going to happen.
kind of neutralizing the health effect there, I think.
But it was a really fun year for us this past year.
You know what? We were honestly, we were so blessed to be able to do this show and have things put together. Great producers, Sandra, our families that have backed us up.
Yeah.
Rick Rose, who put the backdrop together along with the great design of John, our director and technical guy. So it's been a really great ride.
It has.
It's gonna get even better.
Yeah.
Well, you and I were talking about some great show ideas. Of course, it looks like there's a possibility, and I was just working on that today. We may have to go to Texas, Hollywood, and Vegas.
I'm in.
So
I'm in. But before we finish today,
Yeah.
I want to look at some clips of us over the past year that things we've got to do that we never dreamed we'd be able to do, people that we got to interview, and things we did that were just downright silly.
yeah, and you know what? We looked at some of it today. I mean, it made me laugh, and
It
I don't
made
usually
me laugh,
like watching myself. So,
Yeah.
and you were hilarious in some of that stuff. So let's take a moment and have a look back at 2016 on the Peet and Reet Show. And this is Jerry Sokolowski, the tallest man in Canada. Jerry, I gotta apologize. It's a two-person show. Reet didn't show up.
What the heck is that?
Hey, what the heck?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Your
whoa.
legs.
What the heck?
Reet,
Holy shit!
What the heck is that?
what are you doing down there?
I thought that was the entrance.
And I'm a captain.
hello,
and
yeah.
So where do you think we are?
99.
Where do you think we are? Where are we? We're in the shrine. We're Shrine of Hockey.
We are in the Shrine of Hockey, the best Canadian ever hockey player. Wayne
Yes.
Gretzky's father's house, Walter Gretzky.
Walter Gretzky, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Letting
to
us
see you.
come here.
welcome.
Letting us come here into the Shrine of Gretzky.
Now-
It's incredible.
Yeah, now this show really, it's about Walter.
I got to tell all of you looking in, because you've followed me obviously through the years as a mentalist and my work dealing with the mind. I got to talk I've of course spoken to Reet earlier, but to this gentleman, Pete on the right, I'm on the air, we're live with him, and I got to tell you folks looking in, God forbid I read his thoughts on the air.
You got three things.
All right,
You're
got
going
the
for
sandwich.
4. The last one is 4.
Now this is a toughie.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough. You get this one, I'll be shocked.
Okay, you're gonna have to open your hands.
Wide.
Wide. Yeah, there you go. It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Okay.
Ah. This is another thing from the 50s. This is a, before air conditioning was...
You can take that
That's a swamp cooler.
Yeah, woo!
Is it a swamp cooler?
Oh my
Oh, there you
gosh,
go.
it is!
Well, this is
Woo!
I've ever done in my life. I can see you're not car people.
Gaga.
No, you were in love. You were in love.
Oh yeah, I was just like, oh, right. It was insane. And I went to see you in Kitchener, and you were playing. And then afterwards, we chased your limo down the road. Me and my brothers.
That was you.
Yes,
Jim
you know.
Carrey was there. You
Yes,
didn't
in
recognize him then.
in our Volkswagen camper, and they don't go that fast. Trust me.
We once had a limo driver in Dallas, Texas, and he used to drive Elvis.
and we were in the car and we were being pursued by someone.
Yeah.
And the guy looks in the rearview mirror and says, "You want me to lose him?" And we go, "Yeah, sure." And I'm not kidding. The guy pulled it up onto the sidewalk and turned a corner, and a hubcap goes flying off. And we're down the street. We're all in the back seat going, "Hey, this is more than we paid for." So, yeah.
What can I say?
What an amazing ride.
Yeah, I still don't like looking at myself.
No, I don't either. But it was an amazing
Oh, it was
ride.
fun. It was
Thank
so
you
much
to
fun.
all the guests we've had,
Yeah.
and hey, bigger and better this year.
The viewers, the people who support and share our show, you're helping, and our numbers are going up. And of course, the psychic prediction
Yeah, hey, we are getting syndicated.
syndicated. So
Awesome.
have a blessed week. We will see you next week on the Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet, and let's get the power down. We need to get
Awesome.
that power down.
Awesome.
Friday the 13th.
And we're helping out.
Yep. To you, Grace.
Thanks.